Here is, I think, the newest fan in my collection. Exception, I think, of my Alaska that I have. Newest one for collecting purposes, at least. This is a Lakewood Model 200i box fan. The very early version of the brace blade, and the last version to use a Macmillan motor, even though it's a small Macmillan motor. You can see by this point the cabinet was thinning. This one had feet. They're gone. Got a lot of surface rust at the bottom of the cabinet. This used to belong to my grandparents, the same ones that gave me that K223. I think it's from the late 90s. In fact, it might actually have a model code, although I know that's more of a Lasco thing. Yeah, it just says 200, but yeah, this was the last version of Lakewood that I would say was still decent. Problem with this one is because it's so thin with such a high-powered motor and cheap blades, it tips itself over. Oh, it's not doing it now. I guess it's on hard floor. Sure makes a lot of noise, though. Hasn't been running a while, either. I bet I know what that is. Yep, my little handiwork with the duct tape didn't work. Try to keep the wire nuts tucked out the way. It's really an overdriven fan because it's a good motor on a really light little blade. So, yeah, I assume that's what that is hitting. Yep, looks like it. I gotta fix that then. And as you can imagine, it stops pretty quick. Yeah, this was the first version that was brace blade as opposed to the banana blades like the 3rd gen had, but it was the last version that I would say had some decent quality. Although, I guess this isn't the last version they made with the Macmillan because they made a thinner version with like a different knob and a different handle and a different cabinet, but had the Macmillan, but it had like a boombox or something. No, it didn't have a boombox cord. This is the second to last. This one, you can still tell they're cheapening it, but it's not totally cheap yet. Still has a metal cabinet and somewhat heavy. But yeah, got that from my grandparents. Gave them a Polar Wind for it. So yeah, newest fan I have in my collection for collecting purposes, the Lakewood 200i.